Alright guys, we're going to do a Parachute Pheasant Tail. This is size 18 dry fly hook. We're going to be using 8/0 black thread. Let's go ahead and start wrapping that thing on back. Snip off that excess there. I'm going to just take it right back out to where you're going to put your post at. And I'm going to use some white antron for the post. I'm going to take it, get in there like that, pull it up underneath the fly, and just hold it off, and just get you a couple of wraps. And get you a couple figure 8 wraps. Just 1, 2. And I'm going to come up over that and just start doing wrapping on my post. See how I kind of hold it and then grab it with my middle finger there. Get you a couple wraps like that. And I'm gonna snip some of that just to give me some room there. And then just kind of you want a little bit of a cone shape tapering up towards your post. So I'm just gonna build that thread up just a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. Then I'm going to get some gold wire, ultra wire. And this is as small as, the smallest you got how to use. Because, this is dry fly, so you don't want to, it's a fine line between too much. You can put too much on there, too thick a wire, you'll sink it. So I'm going to take just a touch right there. And I'm not going to, I'm not going to lay it up along the whole fly like I usually do on like a nymph. I'm just going to put it in there, and for the same reason, just so it doesn't, you don't weight it down too much. You can cover that, and then go ahead and go on back and kind of build that thread back up to make it consistent. Take it on back to the tail. Go ahead and get you some pheasant tail. Take it, hold it off, make your tail, make sure you're proportioned right. I'm going to pull mine a little bit closer, before I go back, do 1 or 2 wraps, and then I'm going to get in front of it and kind of wrap it back and take it out to the post. And then start wrapping your pheasant tail. Wrap away from you. Get you tied off there. Get a couple wraps. Snip that excess. And get your wire and rib it up. And I'm going to stop it right in there next to your post. Just get you a couple of wraps on that and cinch it down. Get in there and cinch that wire off. Make sure you're all good back there. Now we're just going to need a little grizzly hackle. And what I'm going to do here is just take that in there and just pluck a couple of those fibers off, just so you got something to tie on to. Lay it in there next to your post and get a couple good wraps on it and cinch it down. Now just take your grizzly, and what you want to do is make sure to wrap underneath on each pass. Okay. Hold that thing off, kind of scoot your bobbin up as close as you can, and then cinch that thing off. Get in there, snip it. Now I'm going to get just a little bit of dubbing wax and a little bit of black dub. We're going to get in there and kind of dub up the head of that thing, and that'll help, you know, make it a little bit more buoyant. So I'm going to hold all that parachute back, and just start getting in there. And then just take it out to your eye, and get my whip finisher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Censored off. And then if you got any stragglers, just go in there and snip them. Kind of just fix your parachute there. And then I'm just going to get in there in front of it, on top of it, and just... And there you go. I got some... Clean it up a little bit. There you go. And get your tail up there. I tell you, you know, we were fishing a blue wing hatch the other day, and it just... This fly was just tearing them slam up, and I think, you know, the reason being is it's just, one, it rides just a little bit down in the water, you know, more so than a dry, just a little bit, you know, being in that film. Also, you know, when you've got a hatch like that, you know, you're getting a lot of shucks coming, you know, floating down the river. And I think that, you know, that pheasant tail imitates that shuck, and being able to be right up there on the surface. You know, usually you're fishing a pheasant tail down in the deeper in the water column, and having it right there in that upper echelon of the water column just makes a big difference. Because, you know, a shuck doesn't move, it's easier to eat. But they were really eating that thing good. So, you know, it's a good idea to have a couple of these in the box, just for that. Fairly easy to tie, and just throwing a little something different, you know, can make a difference. I tell you, it's a good little pattern. There you go.